Well, good morning. Mo kí wa pé káàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. Àtúkù ìdájí fún àwa tí a ṣe wà awake. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tí à ń pè ní Koikimedia. Lórí self-determination náà la ṣe dúró lé lórí. Lórí self-determination náà la ṣe ń béèrè right to us. So I say good morning and welcome. Please share the program and also invite others as well. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti ṣe mọ̀ lórí ìkànnì wa yìí, the only thing we talked about and the only thing we discuss here is how Yoruba people will be free from the bondage and the shackles of one Nigeria. So please do share the program and let us have another discussion maybe for 2 hours. So good morning and help me to share the program. While we are getting ready for the other platforms to come live, mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá òtítọ́, and I say good morning once again. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, popularly known as Koikimedia on the social media, the platforms that talks about all the reasons in this world why the Yoruba needs to have their own independent country. And I'm very sure that very soon we will be laughing, we will be joyous, and Ọlọ́run á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ torí Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe, kò ṣàwa. And there is no other leader apart from Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the leader of the Yoruba nation and not the leader of any political party. A kì í ṣe ẹgbẹ́ o, a kì í ṣe a political party. We are those that believe that the Yoruba people have no business anymore in Nigeria. And that is all we discuss on this platform. So please do come and let us have some serious conversation around whether gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa ronú nípa 2027 or ó yẹ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí Yorùbá ṣe máa free tó máa dá dúró. So all these are a discussion that is now important because our not the next generation that should decide our fate around whether we should remain as one block or we should go our separate ways. So please help me to share the program and also love and like. Let's bring the camera in for Inti and Wowalori, Facebook and all other platforms quickly. We do appreciate everyone and we are grateful for those of you that have joined us so far. If you can hear me loud and clear.
gbogbo Yorùbá pátá lé lóko náà sọ pé èdè wa jọ wá lójú láparapọ̀ dá dúró Yorùbá nation must stand. Gbogbo Yorùbá pátá lé lóko náà sọ pé èdè wa jọ wá lójú láparapọ̀ dá dúró Yorùbá nation must stand.
À ń fi àsìkò yìí ṣe ìkéde fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ láti gbáradì fún àwọn ìwọ́de tí ń bọ̀ lọ́nà nípa pàtàkì orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá nation àti wípé ìdí tí a fi gbọdọ̀ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ìwọ́de yìí náà ni a máa ṣe káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire bí tí bàbá wa onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Emeritus Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè yóò ṣe olùdarí rẹ̀. Ọdún 2025 yìí náà ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀, a sì máa kàn sí wa nípa oṣù àti gbogbo ohun tí a bá fẹ́ mọ̀. Olùkéde Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, agbẹnusọ fún olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho.
tẹ̀lé lórí so gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àtọ́gbà ẹni Yorùbá àti ìjòyè wọ́n láwọn ọ̀faramọ́ kí Fúlàní máa jí wa gbé wọ́n máa jẹ oko wa kọ́ máa dà wá láàmú.
Agbógun má ti di akọni nínú èèyàn o. Ẹ̀pẹ̀ kò Sunday mi. Akọni tó ń yọni léwu tó ń gbani sílẹ̀ lójú ogun. Òun náà pè lálágbára. Mo mewé mo mego mo olóògùn tó ń jẹ. Níwọ̀n bá ní o ṣe níwájú ìbò. Lẹ́lẹ́ ni ó máa fẹ́. Lẹ́lẹ́ ni ó máa fẹ́. Lẹ́lẹ́ ni ó máa fẹ́. Àtijọ́ o.
Ẹ jẹ́ a jáde, ẹ máa bọ̀ ń ta ká ṣe ṣe kí ni o, kàtúyáyá let's come out and showcase ourselves.
Ọmọ ńlá mo gbé mú Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá owó bàbá dání ó yá tí.
Mo kí wa lẹ́ǹkan sí I say good morning and welcome back once again. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko pé àtúkàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tí à ń pè ní Koikimedia. Bí a ṣe ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ìdí tí ìran Yorùbá tí a gbọ́dọ̀ ronú, a gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ bóyá ká ṣì wà nínú Nàìjíríà àbí ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè kan. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá argument oríṣiríṣi ni wọ́n máa ń mú jáde pé tá bá tẹ̀ máa dá dúró kí ni a máa fi ṣèjọba wa, ṣáwọn tí a jọ wà nínú Nàìjíríà yìí náà nísìn náà ni gbogbo àjọ máa wà nínú ẹ̀. Oríṣiríṣi ìbéèrè ni wọ́n máa ń béèrè nígbà tí a bá ń sọ pé kí a dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Àmọ́ ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ó ṣì ń ṣiṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú tí a lè fi ọkàn tán pé tá bá ṣì wà nínú ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú kan, ǹjẹ́ a ṣì lè fọkàn tán? Àti pé kí ni ìwúlò Nàìjíríà fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá nígbà tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ tí a dẹ̀ ń rí lójoojúmọ́. Tá bá ní ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú kan, kò yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó, àmọ́ a máa ṣàlàyé fáwọn èèyàn wa náà ni. Ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà tá ń gbé nínú ẹ̀, ǹjẹ́ ẹrú kọ́ ni gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ń ṣe? Ǹjẹ́ ìgbé ẹrú kọ́ là ń gbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwa ọmọ Yorùbá tá wà nínú Nàìjíríà nísìn? À ń gbégbé ẹrú, a gbégbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá mọ́ torí nínú Nàìjíríà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ láti ìgbà táwọn òyìnbó ti dá sílẹ̀ ní 1914 tí kò ní any meaning mọ́ ní 2025. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń dúpẹ́ fún adarí wa bàbá wa Emeritus Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún wa. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí orí ìkànnì Koikimedia ni a tún wà láàárọ̀ yìí ní aago 2:30. Èní ni ọjọ́ 4 nínú oṣù 4 ọdún 2025. Láti iléeṣẹ́ wa ní stúdíò wa ní ibi tí a ti ń gbóhùn sáfẹ́fẹ́ tí a ti fi ń bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Orúkọ tèmi náà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a máa jẹ́ Ọláyọmí Koiki tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. Àárọ̀ yìí ètò tá a tún gbé wá fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá fáwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa ní ibikíbi tí ohùn mi dé, òun ni pé kí ni ìwúlò wa nínú Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo ìgbàkígbà tẹ́ bá ti rí VN tí a tún record nínú live tá à ń bá lọ yìí, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá bá fídíò yìí pàdé, kí ni ìwúlò wa nínú Nàìjíríà gẹ́gẹ́ bí orúkọ yẹn, àti pé ǹjẹ́ orúkọ yẹn tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà lénìí, ǹjẹ́ ó reflect in tá à ń pè ní ọmọ Yorùbá? Tá bá ní ká wo Nàìjíríà lénìí nísìn, ǹjẹ́ orúkọ tá à ń pè ǹjẹ́ ó reflect? Tá bá ní ká wo àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìlú tó wà lágbàáyé lénìí, tá bá pe àwọn ọmọ France, a rí pé ìlú wọn ó reflect orúkọ wọn. Tá bá pe àwọn German tá à ń pè ní Germany, a rí pé orúkọ Germany yẹn ó reflect orúkọ àwọn German. Belgium, Australian, Canadian, British citizen. Tó bá ní British citizen, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ tó ń pè ní British citizen. Àwọn tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ ìlú tó jẹ́ ẹlẹ́yà kan náà, elédè kan náà, ìyẹn ní àwọn British. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Ǹjẹ́ lénìí a lè tọ́ka pé àwa tá à ń pariwo pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá country, kí ni a lè fi tọ́ka pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá nínú Nàìjíríà? Ṣé bá mi máa dáhùn àwọn ìbéèrè yẹn ní gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́ bá ti ń bá fọ́nrán mi pàdé. Àti pé tá bá ní ká tún wò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ 2027 election ló yẹ kí ó wà lórí tébù wa ní gbogbo inú ilé wa, ní gbogbo ìgbà tá bá ń jọ ń gbé nǹkan yẹ̀wò, ìyẹn fún àwọn èèyàn wa nílé ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá wà. Kí ló yẹ kó jẹ́ priority conversation? Kí ló yẹ kó jẹ́ nǹkan tí a gbọ́dọ̀ máa discuss? Àti pé kí ni n tí ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ the major discussion wa nísìn? Ṣé discussion ni ọmọ Yorùbá ni kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí Yorùbá ṣe máa dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè, àbí kí Yorùbá ṣì máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bá ṣe fẹ́ lọ tún dìbò míì ní 2027? Gbogbo àwọn question yìí ó nídìí answer ní kíákíá, torí pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ tí a bá wá solution sí àwọn nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí ó ní ewu púpọ̀ fún àwa ìran ọmọ Yorùbá lénìí àti lọ́la. Ǹjẹ́ Yorùbá tí à ń sọ yìí, ǹjẹ́ tó bá dé stage kan tá a bá ṣì continue nínú Nàìjíríà, ǹjẹ́ a lè preserve èdè yẹn gangan fún rẹ̀? Ìyẹn èdè tá à ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lẹ́nu yìí tá à ń pè ní èdè Yorùbá. Ǹjẹ́ a lè preserve ẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ a lè protect ẹ̀? Nítorí pé èdè gangan ni wọ́n fi ń dá aráàlú mọ̀. Kò sílùú kan tí a bá lọ nísìn, tá a bá dé India, a rí pé èdè wọn ni wọ́n sọ ní India. Tá a bá dé Saudi Arabia, a rí pé èdè wọn ni wọ́n fi ń communicate nínú Saudi Arabia. Ìlú bẹ́ẹ̀ 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 lọ lágbàáyé, torí ìlú pọ̀. We're talking about over 190 countries around the globe. Ǹjẹ́ a lè protect èdè wa yìí? Àti pé how long lẹ feel pé a lè fi protect ẹ̀ tá a bá remain nínú one Nigeria? How long? Àwọn ìbéèrè yìí ó nídi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ answer tí àìtí get. Ǹjẹ́ tí àwọn tí à ń fọkàn tán pé àwọn náà máa wá gbà wá, tí wọn ò bá wá gbà wá, àwọn wo ni wọ́n máa gbà wá kúrò nínú wàhálà tá a wà yìí? Who are those that we expecting to come and save us? Àwọn wo là ń dúró dè? Àwọn wo ni à ń fọkàn tán pé wọ́n máa wá fi tiwọn wá fi save wa látara the confinement of ìlú tá a wà nísìn? Àwọn wo là ń dúró dè? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn questions yìí, they're begging for answers. Àìdẹ̀tí rẹ̀ answer sí. Ẹni tó náà wọ́n fẹ́ Yorùbá kó dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí independent country, tó lóun ò fẹ́ rárá. Ẹ bá wa béèrè lọ́wọ́ irú onítọ̀hún pé kí ni nǹkan tó fẹ́ gangan? Kí Yorùbá remain nínú one Nigeria. Àti pé kí ni future wa, like I said at the beginning. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ intellectual ọmọ Yorùbá, àwọn tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n wà involved, wọ́n tàdí mẹ́yìn, but wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹrú ni gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nínú one Nigeria. Ẹrú ni wá. Pẹ̀lú àwọn ọba wa pátá látòkèdélẹ̀, ẹrú ni gbogbo wa. Ìtúrò ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká fi jẹ́ ẹrú ni pé àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí security nísìn, lórí bá ṣe fi protect identity wa yìí, táwọn tí àwọn ọba wa tí wọ́n lè fọ̀rọ̀ síta láti lè sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Most of them, almost all of them, have kept muted. Látìgbà tí a ti ń sọ pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró as an independent country, wọ́n ṣe bíi tí wọ́n ò gbọ́n tí à ń sọ. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbọ́. Bọ̀ fún ìdí kan àbí ìdí kejì, wọ́n ò fẹ́ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ṣe ni wọ́n ń ṣe bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé Yorùbá country tá à ń béèrè fún, bóyá fún a particular part of ilẹ̀ Yorùbá là ń béèrè fún. But ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá à ń béèrè fún yẹn kò ń ṣe fún one particular part of Yorùbá land. Gbogbo ibi tó ń pè ní ẹ̀ka Yorùbá la ti ń béèrè fún. But ṣe làwọn tí ó jẹ́ ọba baálẹ̀ first class second class gbogbo wọn tàdí sẹ́yìn were involved in the conversation. Some of them, and I use the word some of them, the population of àwọn tí wọ́n dá sí, they are behind the curtains. Torí àwọn tí ó yẹ kó dá sí náà tí wọ́n dá sí behind the curtains, ẹ̀rù ń bà púpọ̀ nínú wọn. And it makes us wonder that ǹjẹ́ irú kọ́ ni gbogbo wa báyìí nígbà tí àwọn tí à ń fọkàn tán táwọn gan ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ṣúkẹ́ṣúkẹ́ within Nigeria. And that is a big concern. In tí ó yẹ kí gbogbo wa ronú sí ni pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ yìí, are we sure that we are not already slaves? Ẹrú ni gbogbo wa. Ọ̀nà wo ló wá kù tá a fi resolve gbogbo problem yìí? A lot of àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan ní kó tún Nàìjíríà tò ká dẹ̀ sì wà nínú one Nàìjíríà. Ìyẹn àwọn tó ń béèrè fún restructure pé tó bá tún tò yẹn kọ́ á mú peace, á mú unity wá, á dẹ̀ lè fún wa ní progression gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú kan. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́yìn náà ṣe rí pé tá bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Àbáwọn the other one tí wọ́n ní náà ọ̀nà kan tó kù òun ni pé kí Yorùbá gba ìlú tiẹ̀ náà ká exit out of the current ìlú tí wọ́n build tó create tí kò ní interest Yorùbá nínú ẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ about 2% àwọn Yorùbá kan inú Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ti ń ṣọlá. Resources àwọn kan nínú Nàìjíríà ló ń lò. All these are ìbéèrè kankan tí ó wà lórí table nísìn. But bàbá wa Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè kọ́lọ́n túbọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí bàbá wa fún wa kó jẹ́ ká rí bàbá pẹ́. Àwọn wá argue pé no, that direction of one Nigeria yẹn ó ti fail, ó ti collapse. Kò dẹ̀ ní any reason tí ọmọ Yorùbá kankan gbọ́dọ̀ argue mọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà pé ká save Nigeria. In tó yẹ ká jókòó lé lórí nísìn ni pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ save ìran Yorùbá tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà láti lè pull ara wa out together. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá ká pull ara wa out of the structure tó ń pè ní one Nigeria. Ká wá lọ sínú another country tí à ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá, Odùduwà Republic, Yorùbá Nation, whatever tí a bá fẹ́ pé òun ló yẹ ká pè. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí òun ni ló ń lọ lórí ayélujára tó ń pè ní the social media. Ó di tí everybody bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan feel pé bóyá tá bá ṣì ń bá wọn ṣe politics in Nigeria kó tó di pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation jáde báyìí, bóyá àwọn lè láǹfààní àti bring in tó máa jẹ́ ìwúlò advantage fún àwọn Yorùbá, in tó jẹ́ káwọn kan kọ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ politics nìyẹn, with the hope that they can play their role within the political system of ìlú tí wọ́n ń pè Nàìjíríà, wá lè fi yẹn fi develop gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá. Later ló wá realize pé it does not work that way. Being in the political part of the political system tó ń ràn nínú Nàìjíríà láti 1999 kò mú single development bá ọmọ Yorùbá kankan. Rather, a lot of people became billionaire, wọ́n di olówó kalẹ̀, but gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá was not developed. Again, as part of ẹ̀rú náà ni. All these ó wá di tí Professor Akintoye wọ́n wá worried, wọ́n wá concerned that the way tí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ tá a bá slow it down ní kíákíá ó máa ní ripple effect on the lives of many Yoruba people. Tá a bá slow problem yẹn down. And ọ̀nà wo la fi slow it down? Òun ló ń pè ní self-determination, which is what we have been working on for the very almost going to 5 years now. It has been ó ti jẹ́ nǹkan tó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ kan tí a wá mú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí engage gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, regardless of their status, whether àwọn ọba, a engage àwọn ọba, a engage àwọn olóṣèlú, a engage ẹni tó wà nínú ọjà, a engage mechanic, a engage lawyer, a engage judge, a engage àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ diaspora tó wà níta, a engage àwọn church, a engage mọ́ṣáláṣí, a engage àwọn traditionalist wa. Ó wá di ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ní many discussion tó yàtọ̀ sí in táwọn olóṣèlú máa ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, because in táwọn olóṣèlú máa ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni ká lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ political party nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ká wá fìyẹn fi wá ẹni tó máa lọ represent wa ní state level, ní federal level àti local level. A wá rí pé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àtẹni tí ó jáde tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the other way round, pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró. Ta lẹni tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá between the current àwọn political parties tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà within that system àti àwọn the next group tó ń sọ pé no, that system of government tẹ́ ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà yẹn, it is having no impact in the lives of our ọmọ Yorùbá, and we should now exit Nigeria as quickly as possible. These are very important conversations that cannot be joked with. These are very serious discussions that nobody should run away from. Níbi tọ́rọ̀ kí Yorùbá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀kọ́ má dá dúró. We are in that current situation now. Ó wá di two different Yoruba people, àwọn ẹ̀yà méjì. Àwọn ẹ̀yà kan wọ́n fẹ́ self-determination pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró. Àwọn ẹ̀yà kejì ní no, ká ṣì remain nínú Nàìjíríà, ká lọ run party or party tó ti ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. For how long ni a máa parọ́ fúnra wa? Ta lẹni tó ń parọ́ láàrin àwọn bàbá méjèèjì tí à ń wò níwájú nísìn? Ta lẹni tí ó ń parọ́ tó ń tan ọmọ Yorùbá? Ṣé Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè ló ń tan ọmọ Yorùbá ni? Àbí Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, ìyẹn pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà? Láàrin àwọn méjèèjì, ta lẹni tó ń sọ òtítọ́ fún ọmọ Yorùbá? Ta lẹni tí ó ń sọ òtítọ́ láàrin àwọn méjèèjì? Ìkan náà òun ní ambition pé tóun bá di president Nàìjíríà, òun máa make sure pé gbogbo ohun tó ń pè ní ọmọ Yorùbá nínú Nàìjíríà, à ní security, à ní economy, à dẹ̀ lè ní peace àti unity. But láwọn ìbéèrè tí mo kọ́kọ́ béèrè, ǹjẹ́ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó jẹ́ president, ǹjẹ́ ó lè guarantee àwọn ìbéèrè mi tí mo kọ́kọ́ ti béèrè síwájú nípa láti lè protect identity Yorùbá, nípa èdè wa, àti pé kí ni advantage wa tá bá ṣì remain nínú Nàìjíríà as ọmọ Yorùbá? A wá rí i pé gbogbo ohun tí Aṣíwájú ní tó lè fi wà nínú current situation tó wà nínú ẹ̀ nísìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí the president kò ju ọdún 8 lọ. Ìyẹn táwa tí a gbà fún bàbá Akíntóyè tá bá accept pé kó tún lọ ṣe ọdún 4 míì, because a ti wà ní that stage right now. A ti wà ní stage pé ṣé òun la fi gbọ́ sí lẹ́nu ni? Torí nígbà tí ó jáde tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ní òun fẹ́ ṣe president Nàìjíríà. Àwa tí à ń tẹ̀lé bàbá Akíntóyè, a argue pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà kọ́ ni priority mọ́ nísìn. Bí Yorùbá ṣe máa lè ní àlàáfíà láti lè ní country tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa recognize ẹ̀ as a country ní gbogbo àgbáyé, òun ló yẹ kí ó wà ní iwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, ìyẹn president Nàìjíríà tèmi. Àmọ́ ó ní òun ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ohun tóun fẹ́ ni pé kóun di president. President èwo? Kò ń ṣe president ọmọ Yorùbá, but president gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà tí ó jẹ́ 350 different ethnic groups. Ẹ̀yà tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà nìyẹn o. 350. èdè tó ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀ ìyẹn ń lọ bí 500. ṣe rí i pé interest Tinubu kò lè jẹ́ fún ọmọ Yorùbá mọ́ o. Interest ẹ̀ ti wà diverted torí pé interest tí ó ní nísìn kò ń ṣe fún ẹ̀yà kan mọ́ àti ìran kan mọ́. Bó ṣe máa ní interest Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló gbọ́dọ̀ ní interest gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà. So tẹ́yìn kan bá wá ń dúró pé gbogbo ń tẹ́ fẹ́ nìkan dáadáa kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa, bóyá president yìí á push àwọn governors wa kó ṣe fún wa, chances yẹn slim gan. Mo fẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ ká decide fate wa o. Àsìkò táwa yìí àsìkò tó wà tó ṣe kódà ó important ju ìta tí ń bá bọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Àsìkò táwa yìí ó wà extremely dangerous. Tá bá tún fi àyè sílẹ̀ pé kí Tinubu kó tún kó wa ní òun lọ bá wa ṣe òun tún kọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ní Nàìjíríà pé kó tún wá lọ ṣe election 2027. Ó léwu gan. Ó léwu tẹ́lẹ̀ náà ta sọ, àmọ́ àwọn kan ní kò sí ewu kankan níbẹ̀. Tó bá débẹ̀ á ṣe ààbò fún wa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá economy wa máa buoyant, industry máa wà, títì máa wà, omi máa wà. Àmọ́ nǹkan kan tí kò ní lè ṣe ni pé a ní lè ní identity wa. Bó bá tẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo kinní tá à ń sọ tó jẹ́ infrastructure, which the first 2 years of ìjọba Tinubu failure ni. A lè tọ́ka sí project kan tó ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá torí interest ti wà divided. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa wo èwo làwọn máa ṣe sílẹ̀ Yorùbá àti tó máa ṣe sí Òkè Ọya àti gbogbo ibi tó ń pè nínú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá yẹ pé president Yorùbá ni Tinubu, for the argument's sake, gbogbo interest ẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà nínú orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá nìkan ni. Gbogbo tó fi ṣe ọ̀dọ̀ wa nìkan lọ́mọ máa ronú ẹ̀ sí. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan ta ní, a dẹ̀ ní nǹkan láti lè fi dá dúró. Lára àwọn nǹkan ta ní òun náà ni human resources. Kí ló ń pè ní human resources? A sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí láìpẹ́ yìí. Ìyẹn àwọn ẹ̀yà tó ń ṣì ń pè lọ́mọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ wa. Àwa náà ni human. Àwa la máa create resources. I am not talking about natural resources now. Pé tá bá ní kí la máa fi dá dúró, our human resources ó tó fún wa láti fi dá dúró. Torí Elédùmarè ọba tó dá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó dá wa pé ká lè compete around the globe. Ká lè compete pẹ̀lú gbogbo tẹ́nì kankan bá náà fi ṣe. Kò sí nǹkan tó fi ṣe lágbàáyé tí ọmọ Yorùbá ò tí ì ṣe. But nítorí Nàìjíríà ta ti wà nínú ẹ̀ láti 1960, ó slow down progression human power wa ta ní, our human resources, our human talent. Ó panú ẹ̀. Àfẹ́ni tí ó bá láǹfààní àti travel out of Nigeria, àwọn yẹn lè láǹfààní kọ̀ọ̀kan méjì tí wọ́n lè fi máa sọ pé àwọn ṣe dáadáa. But àwa tó kù, we are all struggling within ìlú tó ń pè Nigeria. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá lọ sọ́dọ̀ ti Professor Akintoye. Argument tí àwọn mú wá ni pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ nínú Nàìjíríà yìí, tí a bá ṣì ń tẹ̀lé format Nàìjíríà, ó máa take wa backwards again, and it will be a disaster. Kò ń ṣe lénìí ni bàbá tí ń sọ irú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá tí ń sọ ti pẹ́, ẹ̀rí dẹ̀ wà fún un. Kó tẹ̀ tó di pé àwa kan dá bàbá mọ̀, bàbá tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ within the Nigeria nípa ẹ̀yà oríṣiríṣi àti ẹ̀yà Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀. Bàbá Akíntóyè tá à ń sọ yìí, ẹlòmíì ṣe é mọ bàbá Akíntóyè dáadáa nígbà tí Yorùbá nation bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Ẹlòmíì ò tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bàbá Akíntóyè ti ń exist after tó ti gbé l'Amẹ́ríkà for a very long time tó padà wá sílé. Àwọn kan ò mọ bàbá Akíntóyè as a public speaker, as an elder statesman, as ẹni tó ń engage nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí àrólé Odùduwà. Torí àwọn bàbá Akíntóyè ló ṣiṣẹ́ nígbà ọ̀dọ́ tiwọn pẹ̀lú bàbá wa late Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀. Àwọn Professor Akíntóyè àwọn ló ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ tó pọ̀. So bàbá mọ ẹ̀yà tí Yorùbá láti jẹ́ látara pé wọ́n bá bàbá Akíntóyè ṣiṣẹ́ gan. Tó bá ní ẹni tó kọ manifesto, kò ń ṣe lénìí ni bàbá tí ń kọ manifesto. Is a very brilliant young man at his young age. Títí di time yìí is still very important, vibrant, well-learned. Ìtọ́lọ́run á fi kẹ́ gbogbo wa ni pé bàbá yìí mọ̀ nípa history ju the current president lọ. Tinubu ò mọ history Nigeria. History tó mọ̀ ni pé wọ́n pa MKO nígbà tí òun tẹ̀lé MKO Abiola because boy MKO Abiola ni Tinubu. Tẹ́ bá lọ wo àwọn fídíò MKO Abiola, Tinubu máa ń wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ni as a boy. So ìgbà tó dé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ June 12 nǹkan kan ni a lè sọ pé òun náà wà spotlighted. Kò sí social media nígbà yẹn, but they were using all different ways and tools láti fi fight àwọn military regime níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Èyí tó jẹ́ káwọn kan mọ̀ náà nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣòun nìkan ló ja Nadeco fight. There were many people. I don't want to go into that area láàárọ̀ yìí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí aago mẹ́ta òru la wà. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki láti iléeṣẹ́ wa ní Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. So Bàbá Akíntóyè on his own side, kó tẹ̀ tó di pé wọ́n wá endorse officially pé no, we will have to opt out. A gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò nínú the current Nigeria, ká lọ padà sí our own independent Yoruba country. There were few videos tí a come across nígbà tí ó di pé Yoruba nation bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí Bàbá Akíntóyè tó ti sọ oríṣiríṣi àwọn ọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo eléyìí ó jẹ́ ẹ̀rí pé bàbá yìí àwọn ti rí Nàìjíríà tán pé no, ìlú yóò lè ní any progression àfi tá a bá ń parọ́ fúnra wa. Our only way out òun ni pé kí Yorùbá kó opt out of Nigeria, kó dá dúró as an independent country. And that is where we are going now. And that is the future that we must fight for. And àti wà nínú that particular part of the movement nísìn, that is either we all involve fully to save ourselves or ká tún lọ fi àyè sílẹ̀ kí Tinubu tún lọ ṣe àkóbá tó pọ̀ fún wa moving into 2027. Because bí Tinubu ṣe wà, ambition ẹ̀ kò tí tán, ó sì fi lọ fún 2027. He's not going to make a declaration of Yoruba country. He's not going to make a declaration of Biafra country. Kò ní ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn fún yín o before his first tenure. Àwọn tí wọ́n argue pé tó bá dé second term, á deal pẹ̀lú àwọn north, á ṣe this, á ṣe that. All these are not going to happen tí Tinubu bá ṣe second term náà. So what into ẹ káwa máa prepare fún nísìn ni pé a gbọ́dọ̀ tún fi àyè kankan sílẹ̀ pé kí ẹni olóṣèlú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kó push wa lọ fún 2027. A gbọ́dọ̀ stop ẹ̀. A gbọ́dọ̀ fi àyè kankan sílẹ̀ fún ẹni tó ń pè ní politician kó tún endorse wa pé kó lọ kó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ọmọ Yorùbá wà kó wá ní ká tún wá lọ dìbò 2027. A ní 2 years. This is a very serious discussion. Eléyìí ń ṣe àsìkò tá máa rubbish àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ọdún méjìlá ní from today to either decide our fate within Nigeria or tún lọ jẹ́ káwọn lóṣèlú that are not up to the population of àwa tí a wà nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó tàn wá pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà yẹn òun ṣe ní ọ̀nà àbáyọ. We gotta stop them. And ìdí tí campaign wa tó gbọ́dọ̀ move at a high speed across gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá láti lè jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n ń pè ní ẹ̀ka ọmọ Yorùbá within Nigeria láti lè sọ fún wọn pé no more for the lies, irọ́ táwọn olóṣèlú ti ń pa for the last 25 years. We got to stop it. So ilé ìwà ń ṣiṣẹ́ èèyàn kan. This is going to be a collective effort among every one of us. Màá play video Baba Akintoye kan tí mo prepare fún wa. It's not a new video, but nínú video yìí, as at the time tí àwọn bàbá yìí tẹ̀ ń rò pé bóyá in the line of discussion pé bí nǹkan ṣe lọ́nu Nàìjíríà yìí, system yìí ó ń fail gradually, ó ń fail, and if we leave it like that, ó máa ní ripple effect, and that's exactly what we have witnessed right now. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, between Professor Adebanji Akintoye and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because between àwọn méjèèjì, ta ni ká fún ní our endorsement moving forward. Baba Akintoye ti prove ara wọn pé kò sí point ká stick to one Nigeria. We need to end it now, and it needs that to be done without any hesitation. But àwọn kan ní no, Tinubu láṣẹ máa tẹ̀lé, because he is also a leader that have the interest of the Yoruba people. Fáwọn kan lè sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Fáwa, we don't say it because interest kò ń ṣe fún Yorùbá nìkan. Interest Tinubu are divided along the line. mò ń fi àsìkò yìí tún sọ fún wa pé kò ń ṣe Fúlàní tó wà nígbó nìkan là ń deal pẹ̀lú náà. We're dealing with ìran Yorùbá tí ó fi survive, and the only way tó lè fi survive nísìn ò ní pé kó pull out of the current structure of Nigeria. That is the only option on the table right now. He has to pull out, and he needs to pull out as quickly as possible so that we are not caught up with the 2027 tó tún bọ̀ again. Bẹ́fẹ́ bẹ́kọ̀, olóṣèlú will go ahead with the election. They are not going to care less pé àwa kan sọ pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá country. They are not going to care less. This àsìkò táwa yìí, àsìkò tó léwu gan fọ́mọ Yorùbá ni. It's a very dangerous time. And àwọn olóṣèlú they are pushing everything to let us, àwa ìran Yorùbá, àwa ọmọ Yorùbá, to remain in one Nigeria. Àwọn náà ń take a risk ni o. They are taking a risk that bóyá a máa tún gọ̀ sí wọn lọ́wọ́ láti remain in one Nigeria. Bóyá a ní ṣe ìntànà fẹ́ ṣe láti lè demand pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró. These are the current situation between us and àtàwọn olóṣèlú. Àwọn olóṣèlú prefer pé kí Yorùbá kó remain within the confinement of one Nigeria. While Baba Akintoye does not want such. Baba Akintoye fẹ́ ká lọ ṣèjọba tiwa without being part of one Nigeria. So this ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe pàtàkì ni, kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ eré o. The politicians will go ahead for the 2027 election tá a bá fi àyè yẹn sílẹ̀. Now, àwa ní láti take campaign wa to the next stage of the movement. A gbọ́dọ̀ gbé campaign yìí lọ sí any extreme length láti save àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, láti stop agenda àwọn olóṣèlú tí wọ́n ṣì ní one Nigeria òun ni solution. We need to stop that. A ní láti revisit gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá between now and 2 years to make sure that election kan ló máa ring létí ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan. Èyí tó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ring létí wọn ni how a Yorùbá will stand as an independent country. That should be our topmost priority right now. That should be the discussion. We need what it takes to stop it, but we are not pushing it enough. Why? It will be entirely up to every one of us to revisit why. Kò late, we still have ample of time láti take message wa across every part of Yoruba land and give them the valid reason tí Yorùbá ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ exit the current structure of one Nigeria so that we can remain a full independent Yoruba country, Oduduwa Republic, whatever we decide we want to name it. Ìyẹn ò stop gbogbo activities tolúkálukú ń ṣe. Two different security officers spoke to me recently. Ìkan wà nínú military, ọmọ Yorùbá, ìkan wà nínú police. And the same problem that experience as a civilian làwọn náà experience. Gbogbo the basic things of life, they've not enjoyed it within Nigeria. And it goes to àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà, àwọn yẹn tẹ̀tí dẹrú kalẹ̀, gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. This is now while we must start gearing up for the big event tó ń bọ̀ tó ní pẹ́ dé. Because the big event á tètè fún wa ní a round table discussion. We will force, and that is the language, we will force the current situation into a dialogue pẹ̀lú wa, because a fẹ́ violent, a dẹ̀ fẹ́ jà, a dẹ̀ ń ṣe àdàlúrú, but a máa wà force láti bring àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá within the political space into a round table discussion on the way forward. We have tried to do that in the last 4 years. Wọ́n ṣe bí wọ́n pé àwọn ọ̀gbọ́n kankan tá à ń sọ. We have visited many towns, cities, by taking our rally. There's a difference between rally and protest. Àwa ti fi rally wa fi engage àwọn aráàlú, but àwọn olóṣèlú wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ stop rally yẹn. Wọ́n ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí rally yẹn kọjá stage kan, torí rally yẹn ti ń build the discussion among the elite, the middle class, the poor, and different ọmọ Yorùbá within the Yoruba space. Rally time bá bọ̀ within the last years. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń táwọn èèyàn lómi jí pé what are they discussing? Kí ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí? But before we go back to that, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ. Àwọn tó wà lórí backup channel àtòrí Facebook nìkan ló máa rí bàbá Akíntóyè in the video. The rest of you will just be hearing his voice, because that is the only way we are set up this morning. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, orúkọ tèmi ni wọ́n ń pè ní OLAYOMI KOIKI, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps.
Duty to know the nature of their country, and it is their duty to guide and govern it in ways that are suitable for the nature of that country. If you do not do that, you will find the country going to pieces in your hand. The architect is an artist who designs a house and does not take cognizance of the important factors in the circumstance. We build a house that will collapse. What type of soil do you have? What type of material is available? What type of workmen do you have? What type of technology do you have to get things together? If you do not put all of that together as an architect, you will put together a house that will collapse. And so my summary of the weakness, the failings the disastrous failings of leadership in our country is that our leaders have never really asked themselves, what kind of country do we have? And how do we put it together to achieve success? The result is that we have gone from the very highest of our, and it is to be wondered how much more a country can take in mishandling that Nigeria has taken before it breaks up. So, I have seen this country succeed a lot. In 1982, I was a young senator in the Nigerian Senate. I was also an academic. And as a result of the combination of the two, I was invited by the Republic of South Korea to give a lecture as part of the installation of their newly elected president in 1982. And I was to talk about the growing relationship between South Korea and Nigeria. And all I could say was of pride in my country. We were so far ahead of those people. All their rulers were there in the hall in the Institute of International Relations and National Security as I delivered my lecture. And I was telling them, it is not only oil that we can sell to you, there is a lot we can teach you. For instance, we have built some of the best, most successful universities in the third world. We have built one of the most respected medical schools on earth. We have succeeded in developing our agricultural products and become one of the greatest producers in the world. Nigeria was the greatest producer of groundnuts in the world, the largest producer of palm oil in the world. It's the second largest producer of cocoa in the world. We have a lot to teach you. My country, Nigeria, has a lot to teach you. Today, South Korea is at least 1,000 years ahead of Nigeria. Nigerian leaders have succeeded in taking the wealth and the potentialities, the human material wealth and the potentialities of Nigeria and produce one of the desperately poor countries on earth. That is what we have done as leaders of our country. And why have we come to this condition? It is because our leaders have never really asked themselves, what kind of country do we have? What are its capabilities and possibilities and potentialities? What are its weaknesses? How do we manage the weaknesses? How do we accentuate the strengths? We've never done that. People go into politics because, it is a profitable thing to be in politics. It's also, it gives you ability, some chance to show yourself and become a prominent citizen and make money and become a great man. That's why our leaders go into politics these days. I have been a very close young worker with a man who was determined to find out the direction that Nigeria should go in a systematic, almost scientific way. I'm referring to Tifawolowo. When he came out of prison in 1967 and he was determined to go back into politics, a number of us young people decided to come together and surround him and give him our services. And he was working for the greatest of Nigeria in a systematic, I say, almost scientific manner. That's how to rule a country. That's how to govern a country. You have a country of many nationalities. These are now These are not immigrants into Nigeria, recent immigrants. The Yoruba, the Igbo, the Hausa, the Edo, name it, the Tiv and so on, are thousands of years old on this soil. They are not small immigrant peoples. They are thousands of years old in this land. They have built systems that have sustained them for thousands of years. And then you put them together as a country, and you want to destroy all that they have built, all their sensitivities and their love of themselves and their pride in themselves, and constitute a country that is managed at the center by a dictatorial federal government, and you think it can work. It cannot work. It's impossible. It is impossible. If Nigeria doesn't speedily do what a lot of people, their voices may not be coherent. There might be people talking from this side and from that side and so on. But if Nigeria does not take steps as a first important prerequisite for Nigeria at all, not for development. I'm talking of the existence of Nigeria. If Nigeria does not take steps urgently to restructure itself and return to a federal system, the kind of federal system that we saw in the 1950s and up to 1965, Nigeria is very likely to break up. That's my assessment of the situation. I'm a historian. I also happen to have been in your politics, but I talk from what I know. I don't say that your country cannot break up. It can break up. Any country can break up. The Soviet Union had the most feared government on earth by the middle of the 19th century, of the past century. The Soviet Union had the most feared government on earth. In 1982, I was in the Soviet Union as a visitor, and they took me to various parts of the country. I was in Tashkent in Uzbekistan for a few days, and I saw that the people were scared of the Kremlin. That was 1982. Less than 10 years later, those people who were scared of the Kremlin were already an independent country, no longer part of the Soviet Union. Any country can break up, and we must make sure that this country does not break up. The first thing to do that our leaders must do is that they must sit down expeditiously and restructure this country.
This was about 7-8 years ago. The video then boy. Oh my God. Yoruba politicians. Yoruba politicians. Your cups have now been full. Money sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀. I will try just to maintain my decorum on this particular show. Every show ló ní his own uniqueness. And I've tried in the last 1 hour just to hold on to things that I could say that can become like, but I can assure a Yoruba politician, Nijetan, this time around, Nijetan. Video tech button, I will rewind it one more time. This program is 2 hours. We are already about approximately an hour into it. It might not even be up to 2 hours because I'm going back to bed. It's 3:30 and I have to wake up again in the morning, early. Sherry, Yoruba, all I'm gonna tell you now is nobody should be fearful of anything anymore. A gbọ́dọ̀ yọ gbogbo ìbẹ̀rù tó wà lára wa kúrò níbi tọ́rọ̀ dé. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ló máa endorse èyí tí a fẹ́. But going back to kó tó di pé a rewind video one more time. Ìgbà tí bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ ilé àìtí ìwọ́nú a máa gba country kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nínú a public discussion that he was invited about 8 years ago. This I'm playing from the Sahara TV on YouTube. This video is not, I'm sure even more than that. This video was posted on Sahara on the 3rd of May 2018. That's more than 8 years ago now. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, about almost, I was right. Approximately 7, 8 years ago. May 3rd, 2018. It has been viewed by 56,383. So this is not a new video. Video Tamagboy again. Kò ń ṣe new video. Video yìí was Professor Banji Akintoye has explained that with the current state of leadership ruling the country, Nigeria is close to breakup. That was how Sahara put it out. Nigeria is on the verge of breakup. Nígbà tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yoruba Nation campaign ni I come across video yìí. So Baba Akintoye ò ń ṣe ẹni tí wọ́n mọ̀ within Nigeria. Ìyẹn mo ṣe ní kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa la mọ̀ Baba Akintoye tẹ́lẹ̀. He has been vocal with his words. He has been straightforward. Baba Akintoye ò ṣe báyìí lọ báyìí. He was advising them 8 years ago that the current structure in Nigeria will push Nigeria to a breakup, and nobody should ever talk about that a country cannot break off. Soviet Union was the most fearful government in the world. Tobani fearful, tara ìlú ń bẹ̀rù. Ìlú tó jẹ́ pé they have made their life to be under a kind of, I don't even know how to put it. Soviet Union was that country. Wọ́n ní gbogbo nǹkan, wọ́n ní sójà, wọ́n ní ọlọ́pàá, wọ́n ní secret service. They are, when it comes to tech, they are good when it comes to everything. But will break up. Nigeria will break up. And the breakup start from this year. It has already been breaking slowly. But the push for it to finally break up is gearing up from 2025. And nobody can stop it. This is going to Yoruba Nation. Do we break Nigeria? Ijaw Nation wants to break away from Nigeria. Biafra have already said that they break out. They might not have fully take control of their state because we know that right now. We saw Aribubu activities one in November in Finland. Don't take those things as a joke. I think in Tonshawan they are seeing it as, oh, this conversation is not appearing on channels television on Shewan Kimbaloye. The whole country will be destroyed if we are not sitting quickly, right now. And I'm still trying to maintain my decorum because I want to go to bed and I don't want to raise my voice. My children are sleeping. My wife is in bed. My neighbors doesn't want me to be shouting. But if we do not quickly, Nigeria will be so much destroyed from the north all the way down to the south. Eléyìí ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation. I am not joking. We are saying that they are pushing the people now, and the people are coming out slowly. They might not come out in a fast pace. We are seeing it from Edo State. The Fulani attacking people, people now will attack back. The DSS is saying that they can't defend us anymore. I played the video. I don't have the time this morning to do so. So, tó bá sì jọmọ Yorùbá tó ń doubt that Nigeria will break up, bí a torí òun wo your Islamic view nínú Nigeria, Nigeria will break up. Soviet Union was very powerful. Nigeria is not as powerful as Soviet Union. So, let me just rewind it, and I'm just going to end the broadcast because I don't want to. I want to start getting a little bit upset, but mo fẹ́ control it. Do not say that kile mashi. Don't ever say that. Ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kile mashi. Ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. It's not about me. Kò ṣe mi o. Tẹ́ bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ ń sọ fún 60 million Yoruba people pé kí la máa ṣe. You have pushed everybody to the wall. Èmi ò mọ̀wé pa dáadáa o, but mo máa ń gbọ́ kinní kan pé wọ́n ní tí tẹ bá lé ewúrẹ́ tẹ lé tó bá dé ara ògiri tí kò rí ọ̀nà kọjá, ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀. Ẹ má doubt tí ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Call now for the exit of the Yoruba people. Kí a hey, Soviet Union ó ní wèrè ṣùkúnú lórí, ó sọ àwọn aráàlú di ọ̀dẹ̀, ó sọ wọ́n di tí wọ́n fẹ́. Aráàlú dìde. Let's listen a little bit to Baba Akintoye and I'll close the broadcast. Let's just play it just a few seconds again. Rewind. Again, video tẹ́ ń gbọ́ yìí nínú VN tí mò ń record yìí, because I'm recording the voice note of this. Kò ń ṣe new video. This video was posted on the 3rd of May 2018. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bàbá yìí ń sọ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Yoruba nation did not start in 2018. This was when this man said no. Àwọn eléyìí ò ní gbọ́ o. These politicians were not listening. Afenifere will not listen. He actually had to pull out with some set of people. But àwọn tó jọ pull out, àwọn ṣì ní interest in Nigeria. That is the reason why they hate Baba Akintoye so much. Because when Baba Akintoye threw the question to Afenifere that restructuring is too late, we heard it from George Akinola. George Akinola was talking about restructure is too late in 2017, a year before this video. When Baba Akintoye finally said to the Afenifere pé ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé kó lọ máa múra fún ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá country, they rejected him. So he had to run away from them. Yes, I mean, he will tell you that he's still with them, but he's not with them because agenda Afenifere ti yàtọ̀ sí tí Baba Akintoye fẹ́. Lára àwọn tí wọ́n sọ fún ó ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ báyìí. Baba Adébánjọ àbí. I met him more than 4 or 5 times. Atúndélé Baba Adébánjọ èmi àti Olóyè Ìgbòho ní Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó. Olówó kan láàrin olòṣì. Títí ò dénú ilé wọn. Ó ṣe pé mo parọ́ mọ́ wọn. Ẹ lọ sí ilé wọn ní Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó. Ilé wọn tó ń gbé l'Ékòó nìkan la lè sọ pé títí wọnú bẹ̀. He has died now. These are the man that Baba Akintoye was telling that let's pull Yoruba people out of the current structure of Nigeria. Kalo Daduro. Imagine if Baba Adébánjọ was working on the same page not coming to say he's a vocal man. He talks on the TV. He called press statement. He's still calling for one restructure, supporting Peter Obi. You can imagine that Yoruba had to move forward. If you're waiting for another one that is about to die, ìyẹn wà ní ọ̀nà Èkìtì kọ́ lọ́nà wà fashion rántí àbí ṣe fashion rántí nìyẹn pè yẹn ìyẹn náà ti dàgbà. I'm sure they are spoon feeding him. He will die anyway because they are old. Yàbá ń dúró dè yẹn ìyẹn ọ̀tẹ̀ ní sọ pa kò ní sọ pó because Tinubu ti bribe yẹn. Who then are you waiting for to exit out of Nigeria? The only last hope, Tani Oni Baba Akintoye. If we fail, if we fail to give him the last push, Yoruba will still exit Nigeria, but it might take another 50 years. This is like a final call from gbogbo ọmọ Yoruba. Ilé ìṣòro, no, it's like a final call for every sons and daughters. I'm watching my time because I gotta be back in bed by 4 a.m. so that my shit need maybe another 2 hours to sleep. Even if I don't sleep, I can just lie on the bed. It's not easy to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Láti wá máa sọ fún yín pé we are in danger. Many Yoruba people are sleeping already in danger because if any accident happen in their house, whatever the accident, if a child is coughing, no doctor, no nurse, no primary health care, no general hospital, no roads, they would have to wait till the daylight in Yoruba land. I'm talking about the Yoruba land today. They will have to wait till daybreak. We are same time with Nigeria right now. Most of the household in Yoruba land, most of them right now, we have to just hold on to whatever the crisis that might occur within their house until morning. And it still doesn't guarantee that one day hospital, they will find the right doctor to treat them, because those doctors are Yorubas that have run to Canada, Saudi Arabia, UK, America for a better future. Let's listen one more time to Baba Akintoye before we wrap it up. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Thank you so much for watching. And those of you that are listening to the VN, please share to the family, friends, and contact. This is our final call. If we fail within the next 2 years to quit from now to do exactly what needs to be done. Mo fẹ́ avoid láti sọ English púpọ̀ torí mo fẹ́ kí mẹ́sẹ̀gì kó dé gbogbo hooks and corners of Yoruba land. Ẹni tó ò ní fóònù tó máa fi gbọ́, ẹ tan speaker sí àdúgbò yín, kẹ́ bá mi máa play àwọn kinní tí mò ń send sí yín. Ẹ lọ ra speaker, ẹ connect ẹ mọ́ Bluetooth, káwọn èèyàn máa gbọ́. Nàìjíríà ti wà ní a final stage to collapse. Kólúkálukú lọ múra sílẹ̀. Kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní nìkan mọ́. It's about everything involved. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ Baba Akintoye. Once again, this is not a current video. This video, once again, was posted on, I don't even know where ìjọ́ kejì tó ṣe video yẹn àbí same day, but Sahara Reporter posted it on 3rd of May 2018. Let's listen one more time. All right, bear with me. I'm having issue uploading back the video. Okay.
Potentialities. What are its weaknesses? How do we manage the weaknesses? How do we accentuate the strengths? We've never done that. People go into politics because, oh, it is a profitable thing to be in politics. It's also, it gives you ability, some chance to show yourself and become a prominent citizen and make money and become a great man. That's why our leaders go into politics. these days. I have been a very close young worker with a man who was determined to find out the direction that Nigeria should go in a systematic, almost scientific way. I'm referring to Chief Awolowo. When he came out of prison in 1967 and he was determined to go back into politics, a number of us young people decided to come together and surround him and give him our services. And he was working for the greatest of Nigeria in a systematic, I say, almost scientific manner. That's how to rule a country. That's how to govern a country. You have a country of many nationalities. These are not immigrants into Nigeria, recent immigrants. The Yoruba, the Igbo, the Hausa, the Edo, name it, the Tiv, and so on, are thousands of years old on this soil. They are not small immigrant peoples. They are thousands of years old in this land. They have built systems that have sustained them for thousands of years. And then you put them together as a country and you want to destroy all that they have built, all their sensitivities and their love of themselves and their pride in themselves, and constitute a country that is managed at the center by a dictatorial federal government, and you think it can work? It cannot work. It's impossible. It is impossible. If Nigeria doesn't speedily do what a lot of people, their voices may not be coherent. There might be people talking from this side and from that side and so on. But if Nigeria does not take steps as a first important prerequisite for Nigeria at all, not for development. I'm talking of the existence of Nigeria. If Nigeria does not take steps urgently to restructure itself and return to a federal system, the kind of federal system that we saw in the 1950s and up to 1965, Nigeria is very likely to break up. That's my assessment of the situation. I'm a historian. I also happen to have been in your politics, but I talk from what I know. I don't say that your country cannot break up. It can break up. Any country can break up. The Soviet Union had the most feared government on earth by the middle of the 19th century, of the past century. The Soviet Union had the most feared government on earth. In 1982, I was in the Soviet Union as a visitor, and they took me to various parts of that country. I was in Tashkent in Uzbekistan for a few days, and I saw that the people were scared of the Kremlin. That was 1982. Less than 10 years later, those people who were scared of the Kremlin were already an independent country, no longer part of the Soviet Union. Any country can break up, and we must make sure that this country does not break up. The first thing to do that our leaders must do is that they must sit down expeditiously.
We are grateful for Professor Akintoye, and we will continue to appreciate the love that he has for his people. Owakwa to give him the final love and the push for the Nigeria to break up and the exit of the Yoruba people, the Biafra, the Ijaw, the Arewa, Latin independent country one. Nigeria will be destroyed if people are not allowed to go. It will be finally destroyed, and Britain will regret everything that they've done, holding it together for this long. but for not having that destruction, so that we can be on a round table. Yoruba people, go and get ready for the mega rally. The announcement will be coming out very soon. I can tell you that. Elomurasile, for the complete shutdown of the Southwest. That is how far we can go at this particular hour. It's coming up to 10 minutes to 4 a.m. in London from the studio of Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Please share this program, cut it out, send it to your loved ones. Biafra will be free. Hausa people will be free. Ijaw people will be free. And the Yoruba people will definitely be free as well. Before we also go, let me appreciate the YSDM, the Yoruba World Media, the independent media like myself, all other medias from the other indigenous groups that are working day and night to liberate their people. But most importantly, Adukbe fún Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho and many others that will rise in the course of the program that is still ongoing. We know that there are many powerful Yoruba people, both physically and spiritually, and I pray that they will be ready to support Igboho when the call is made across every part of Yoruba land. From the OPC, we know that there are some that are loyal. From the Agbekoya, from the farmers hunters, from the vigilantes. Let everybody go and start gearing up within every part of Yoruba land. The Yoruba people will come out for a massive shutdown of the Southwest. Go and prepare. It is coming. Days is being numbered. It will not be long anymore. You go and start preparing whatever you need to prepare when the call is made. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and I appreciate everyone that have joined again tonight. As I'm going, let me appreciate my brother. I saw your super chat after we left the program yesterday. Emma Binu Babami Waris Jinodo sent me £20, and I didn't appreciate it while we were live. So I knew that whenever I come back, I would do so. I would have done so with my program that I was doing yesterday, but the Balo program to Moshilano, you will realize that, I was out, I was in Bedford. Most of you have seen the videos. You can see that people fought. I did a lot of, off the camera interview with the people within the community in Cranfield, in Bedford. Very nippy, very cold, but they are grateful for the people that fought in 1914, during the Great War, the Second World War. These are young English that were pulled out to go and represent and fight for their country. Today, they are grateful for those people, and every year they remember them in that space that you all saw. For those of you that have followed me during my outing yesterday in the morning, those that are still alive among the Yoruba people, Ejeka Dide, and let us fight to save ourselves and the future Yoruba people that are going to be around when we have all died. Because we're all going to die. 100 years from now, we will all be gone. But a lot of people remember us for being able to stand firm against the wicked. Moki Iyami, Mrs. Oyeronke Olaniyan. I know you are Mrs. now. I will not mix it up as a Mr. Once again, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi Waris Jinodu for standing all the time in this particular conversation. I'm just going to appreciate people now because I have 10 minutes. I have to go to bed. Let me appreciate my Biafra brother, Clement. Clement gives us his own tithe. He pays it here rather than paying to other people that might not value. He's a Biafra, and he has been with us on this platform for a very long time. There are about 3 of them like that that pay me every month, and I don't take it for a joke. I am not Mayego in Scotland. I still believe that if the Igbos among them disrespect us, we will bring them on this platform and we will curse them. If the Yoruba curse them, I will curse the Yoruba back, but that doesn't mean that I will not respect being a Yoruba man. We will continue to be good friends and we will continue to be good neighbors. I pray that Simon Ekpa would come out. Nobody will be there forever. Wherever he is, he will be out stronger like Igboho did. Igboho was pinned down in Benin Republic for 2 years. He could not even travel out. Today, we're grateful to President Patrick Talon for what he has done for the Yoruba people by not releasing Igboho back to the Fulani Caliphate. They wanted Igboho by all means in Nigeria. But Talon said no. He stood his ground against the big elephants. Nigeria could destroy Benin Republic within a few time, but also Nigeria will pay the high price because I know what Benin Republic are when it comes to their tradition. So Talon stood his ground and he did not give back Igboho to Nigeria. But unfortunately, Kenya gave back Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. And Nigeria will be destroyed for holding Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time. That man is still a lion that roars. You can tell each time they bring him to court. They can't kill him there. If they kill him there, the old Biafra will destroy every part of Nigeria. They might destroy Yoruba land as well. That is why we cannot take risk with the government. I have 5 minutes. I'm looking at my time. We work with time in this country. So, Montombo, go and prepare. I can see that Sari Dokubo has enough to also bring chaos within their own region. They are crying out, and their voices must be respected as Ijaw people. Whether they are less than 5 million, I don't care. Ijaw has the right to remain as an independent country, and that is going to happen in our lifetime. Everybody will push out. The Hausas are waking up. I pray that they take out as many of the Fulanis that are taking them out so that they can return back to where they are. We might not agree as one unity, but for those that wants to go, let us respect each other. And I still believe that working among those that wants to go, I'm not talking about the stupid people that are talking about either from the Yoruba side are following this government, or those following PDP, or those that are fooling themselves that abandon Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and running after the 419 Peter Obi, another criminal. He will never be a president because the North will not even give him the vice. So there's no amount of your push that can make Peter Obi the president because Igbo are so hated in Nigeria, they will never be the president. So your best bet as an Igbo man is to go and endorse and support Biafra with all your blood. And on that note, Mokibu Gwentoku from Babami Kunle Shita to all my team that are working around the clock. As we say, this is still the month of donation. We need that donation fast to help this platform. SkyTech, thank you so much. Omaki, thank you so much. Mr. Benga, thank you so much. To those of you on the Facebook, we appreciate. To those of you on the Twitter space, thank you so much. To those of you also that are watching us on the Twitter video, I don't know how to call that. Thank you. Okoya Falayon, thank you so much. Omaki Yolex, thank you. From Germany to Kenya. Kenya sold Nnamdi Kanu for peanut. The Biafra will never forgive the Kenyans for such atrocities. We are grateful for Benin Republic for not selling out. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibukun Olua from Ogun State. We appreciate you. Let everybody go and gear up and prepare. It will be interesting days and month ahead. I don't have a date, but Babakitoye spoke to me yesterday, not about any date. He was just checking on me that are we creating the awareness? And I told him yes. And these are what keeps my spirit going. He is 90 years old. Baba called me at about 10 p.m. last night. That's about an hour. I believe it's still the same time now. That man should be sleeping. He spoke to me at 10 p.m. The man is 90 years